Yes, indeed. Looking back at 50 years of Troma, and if you're not necessarily familiar with this production company, you are with their films. Their films include The Toxic Avenger, Nukem High, Tromeo and Juliet, and the list goes on and on. One of my personal favorites, Surf Nazis Must Die. And the person behind these motion pictures is with us today, Lloyd Kaufman, who will be coming to the Saskatoon Fantastic Film Festival, joining us now. So first of all, thanks for speaking with us today.
Well, my pleasure. Saskatoon is it's the Paris of North America.
Well, we always love to hear that, and thank you for saying so. You know, for some people who aren't familiar, as I said, I mentioned some of the titles there that are familiar to many of our viewers. Let's talk a little bit about what makes a Troma film. Are there certain things that have to be in every Troma movie?
Well, Troma makes art, and we have a huge footprint on the countryside of the art world. James Gunn, Mr. Superman, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, South Park, Samuel L. Jackson. I don't know what happened to him, but he's terrific in our movie Death by Temptation. I could go on and on. I think the Troma movies come from the heart and soul and the brain of the filmmaker, and they reflect the times we live in. They all have one foot in a serious political or sociological issue. The Toxic Avenger was the environment, and we did it in 1984, which was before Al Gore got a Nobel Peace Prize, which he probably didn't deserve. The other two guys should have had the Nobel Peace Prize, and maybe they shared it. Who knows?
One last thing, you know, you're a Yale man, you're an Ivy Leaguer. Was this the dream? Were you always thinking of getting into movies when you started your Ivy League education, or what were you supposed to become?
No, I was going to go into teaching or social work. I was going to do something useful, make a difference. But I went to Yale, and I got roomed freshman year with a movie nut who ran the Yale Film Society, and they were auteur theorists. So I got brainwashed by the auteur theory of filmmaking, which propounds that the director should be the auteur, the author of the movie, in his heart's there, the director there. I say I'm using the wrong pronoun. Their heart, soul, and brain should be what the film expresses. And indeed, that is true of what Michael Hers and I have done for 52 years. But we're deep in the reeds of the underground, and we're very grateful to Joni Mitchell and the Saskatoon population for inviting me to Saskatoon. And thank you for your time on the air.
Very happy to do it, and I know that one of your films is inspired by The Tempest, and so let me simply say from one of the characters in that play, lead monster will follow. And we have been following you and Troma for over 50 years. So thank you so much, Lloyd. We're looking forward to having you here in Saskatoon for the Saskatoon Fantastic Film Festival.
Well, when you blow your nose, blow it in the Redneck Zombies official redneck kerchief or handkerchief. Pockets
I will for sure. All right. Thanks, Lloyd. We'll see you later.
Thank you. Best wishes.